Previously on Elements Asunder, at the end of a difficult battle, party was left reeling at the death of their leader, Forte, the disappearance of their cleric, and the odd transformation of their bard. During their time trying to make heads and tails of it, they were approached by a strange noble known as Periander, who informed them that their mission had originally had a different purpose, not to actually protect Duke Convoy, but to kill him instead. He informed them that Forte had been involved with more things behind even their backs, and insisted that his family would be taken care of, as well as JJ, who had been found unconscious and was cuffed quickly and taken into custody. After some exploration, the party found that there had in fact been a portal below the manor, one that had suddenly disappeared, leaving only behind Galthuk's holy symbol. They also learnt more about the crimes of Conbrook, that he had been selling drugs and essentially a number of what the Empire would consider lesser beings to other nobles. On further investigation and a slight explosion, party eventually retired back to the guest house, being told that they would be meeting with Periander in 3 days. A night and half a day has passed since. During the time, in the morning, Galthuk suddenly returned, claiming that, from his perspective, the Jedi were evil. I mean, from his perspective, it had been 3 years, and seemingly changed his entire outlook and appearance, as he had trained in the Feywild for a time before returning. What are you all going to do?
Is it
I
still the
believe we
middle of
did.
the night, or is it
It's
night?
the
Day and a
it's the
half,
morning.
day and a
Yeah,
half
Okay.
later.
it's about midday now.
Okay.
Wait, is Galthuk not wearing a shirt?
He is not.
Isn't he cold?
I am not.
Would I be near like a blanket or something?
Easy enough to find in this room.
Okay, I just kind of find one, I like plop it over him, like, there you go. So now he is not cold anymore.
Why, thank you. I am not cold though, but I appreciate the gesture.
I know you're going through an emotionally tough time, and I understand, and I'm here for you.
And I kind of like pat him on the shoulder as I say that last part.
Oh, no need to get on your tippy toes. It's fine. I will be quite all right.
Okay, I guess. I don't know, you seem kind of off and you keep mumbling like yes very creepily, and I don't know what's going on with that. So just making sure.
No, everything's hello. Everything is perfectly fine.
Dungeon
Well,
Master, do I buy that everything is perfectly alright?
Make an insight check.
Oh dear.
I
Hold up.
mean, he said so, so why wouldn't he, right?
He at least seems convinced that everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
um, quick thing. Galdex has been fully caught up with Forte's fate. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. So I tell him, well, are we still outside or are we like inside the house right now?
You're in the
We're
guest
inside the
house.
house.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I say, well, rest easy here. In about a day's time, we're going to be meeting with Periander soon. So uh, we really don't have much else to do, but what else to do but wait. Unless there is something you've been looking forward to in your 3 years of training
I had
or
only
speech.
I had only the hope to see my friends again. I'm still stricken with the bad news and the loss of Forte.
We all are.
Yes.
Well, with any luck, we might uh you might be able to join the funeral service soon. I hear it's gonna be in a few days, so that's when we can see him again, I guess. Anyway, enough with the somber talk. Just rest up. You must have been tired after your walk all the way here. Where actually, I have a question. Where did you end up after you left the Feywild? Because from at least from what I know of that place, you're not guaranteed anything.
I was not walking for very far as my master opened a portal through the sauna area.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
oh,
That's a lot more
This,
accurate than I would have expected.
interesting
Dungeon
enough,
Master. Oh, sorry, you go.
this is it only took me one attempt to find this place after the many attempts I had before.
Dungeon Master, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Um, because I know that Leva at least knows of the Feywild. Would Nia know of the Feywild, or is she like confused? I guess based on stuff.
You
Well,
actually probably wouldn't have heard anything about the Feywild.
Mm.
Leva just knows like stories of it. Like she never actually encountered the Feywild. She just like read stories and stuff.
Mm. So it's kind of like I just kind of like um I poke Galthuk on the shoulder. I'm just like, "What's a Feywild?" Just kind of like confused and slightly apprehensive. Like, what's this horrible place?
It is a world of magic. The amazing, the things that you can see there, the life that is there given by magic.
Is it just the three of us here?
4.
Uh, uh, yeah.
Oh, it's
Vestern
kind of
is
like
also here.
it's kind of like turned to Leva and Vesper. I'm like, "What's the Feywild again?"
We, he just said it.
Not much better explanation. It's a different plane of existence.
That's not an answer. You're just saying the place is weird. This place is
Anyway,
weird. Are we in the Feywild?
I would
I'm
say
being
not,
literal.
child. I would say not.
I put my hand on Nia's hand to say, try and think real hard about what you just said. And I stand up and I go, well, this is around midday. You said it was.
Mhm.
Okay. I am actually. Leva is actually going to. I'm going to say I'm going to retire to my own quarters. I have some stuff I would like to do there. I'll come back in the day's time before to meet with Periander with Joel. And Galduck, good to have you back.
It is good to be back.
All right. And Leva takes her leave.
What are the rest of you doing?
Did we get a full night's sleep before this meeting or no?
That is up to you. You probably would not have gotten the. It's potential that you didn't get the best of sleep, but
Yeah. I mean, I'll just hang out here for now, I suppose.
You see me crisscrossed onto the ground, kind of shoulders back, eyes closed, in a meditative state.
Vestron's flickering flames between his hands, really not paying a whole lot of attention to the conversations around him.
is there anything else?
No. I suppose we're just waiting for. What
Yeah,
was it? We're waiting 3 days?
our new friend, I believe. Periander.
So, another day passes, and the time for Periander to meet up with you guys arrives.
I would like to say Leva arrives early in the around like 6 o'clock in the morning at the house, just because he didn't really say exactly what time he was going to be there, right?
Said noon.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind then. Well, I probably will still get there relatively early, so.
I get there 15 minutes late with the breakfast sandwich.
I guess let me know when I arrive.
I will. So, Leva, you approach and you get in.
Are people still asleep at this time?
Vestron would get up around 9 and probably be there 11-ish.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna start. She's just gonna sit on the couch, just read some novels, to pass the time. Then, not really do anything.
Okay.
As I come out, so what are we
Oh.
going to do today?
Oh, you're awake.
Yes.
I didn't expect you to be so awake this early. Not many people do, at least.
I just couldn't sleep much, but I just needed to kind of get some fresh air, and then I was gonna come back in, but then I saw you sitting here and wanted to see how you were doing today.
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't exactly leave the hospital on bad terms or good terms. It was just I just left stating that I have found employment through another noble house by the name of uh, Chev- um, Chevalier. I don't know how to pronounce that.
River Spark.
Yes, but yeah, but now, well, I don't know. Well, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do next.
Well, there's still the threat.
I'll send me back at the hospital. I don't know if, cause I don't think I'm going to be employed in their house for long, especially after this incident.
Well, the threat still accumulates outside of the towers, outside of the city. I believe we still have much more work to be done. And I believe that you would be a very good person to have on our side to help mitigate the problems that these portals are causing.
Have you all experienced one before? Well, before this time.
We have. We traveled from a town down south, and in reaching the city, we had to ride directly through the Feywilds, where I met my master before I met my master.
Leva tilts her head. That's
Hello.
definitely not confusing. But I think I understand what you mean. Okay. Well, I will say the at least up to the point before shit hit the fan. It was pretty nice. It's just I don't know, just right now I'm just in a cloud of uncertainty. I don't exactly know what's going to happen to me. And I guess that kind of does scare me a bit. It's not, but I guess, like you said, if you are willing to have me, I would, I would definitely love to join the group. Your quest, I guess, or what
Yes,
would you call
to
yourself?
I would say that we if anything we'd be adventurers. I wouldn't
I
say
guess that's
much
close
of a
enough.
hero. I would just say we're on a mission to close the gates.
I see.
At
And well,
least that's what I got from before.
if all goes well, let's hope I remain in service alongside you then. Alongside all of us. Although I'm not really sure what will happen, especially after. I'm assuming Forte was like the head of the group, or considering nobility and all.
Well, I don't know if he knows the information that I've gathered over the time, the past 3 years. However, I can tell you that in the time that I had learned, there are multiple relics that stand within this realm that are scattered about in order for us to close those portals, to stop them from overtaking our world.
Hmm.
These rifts are happening quite frequently and around, and they're expanding. Thundering the planes together from these portals.
And if it happens more and more frequently, well, we've seen the damages. Wow. Alright then, well.
I'd like to knock on the door. So
You guys
I
hear
stand
knocking?
up.
You guys hear?
Roll
Who is
for
it?
incentive.
Incentive.
New phone, who dis?
Anyone there? Hello.
Ah, is that you, Periander?
Indeed.
I go to the door and open it.
You see me, and next to me you see a elderly, distinguished-looking gentleman as well.
Quite a dapper fellow.
Please come in. Come in. It must be cold.
DM, can you
Although it's not
You-
exactly
No, you
my.
have to be smaller than the rest of them.
Unfortunately, it's not exactly my place, but well.
and the dapper fellow?
The dapper fellow has not put his token on the sheet yet.
Mm.
Oh, I do it myself. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Make me big. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh no,
Keep it that
that's
way.
terrible. That's fine.
Yes, introductions are in order. This is my compatriot. His name is Eshi.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Actually, likewise. Well, first off is I guess at this point I guess they would be awake. Yeah.
And you also see Perry holding like a big bottle of
Hello there.
just a big bottle. Like
A big bottle of what, love?
Just a bottle of brown
wine.
liquor.
Brown liquor, there you go. As a present.
If you don't look, if you're not going to tell us what it is, I'm just going to assume it's pee.
Oh, you asked me what it is.
Yes,
Well,
I go up
you
and I ask,
also-
"What you got there?"
It is a gift for the Morning family. By recommendation of my friend here.
Oh. Would I be able to smell it, or is it?
Yes.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a glass bottle.
I mean the liquid. You asshole. You know what I mean.
You
Whoa,
see a
yeah.
small
Like a glass
halfling
bottle.
sniffing at the glass.
You're turning my words to make me look like a moron.
You can definitely smell it. It smells like a glass bottle.
You know, I'm not that stupid. Stop. I'm genuinely not that stupid.
With a slight hint of glue as the label was pressed there.
Perfect.
May I help you? Ah, right. So you I have some things to discuss with you.
The bottle
So,
was
like-
my recommendation based on how much I know you people like to drink.
I stopped fucking smelling the bottle, I guess. And I look up and like, wait, what you want to tell me?
Later. Is this the guest reception or?
Hey, Western. Do you know where the people are?
Well, I would imagine it would be in the main house. This is the guest house.
That's fair.
Well, we might as well come together.
Agreed.
Probably. Probably is time to pay our due respects.
So, if it's okay, I have a few questions for you all.
Yes.
Namely, who is the shirtless fellow?
Hi, I'm Galthuk.
That seems
Questionable. Galthuk was a religious man.
Can I insight that?
I raise my eyebrow. If you want to insight that as well.
How would he know that?
How would
Make
Well,
an insight
insight.
check.
that's okay, cool.
Something definitely seems up with this dapper man.
How tall is the
Viscerin's
dapper
eyes
man?
narrow and he asks, "Now, how would you know that?"
The dapper man is a good 6-7 feet tall.
Hmm.
It's
I-
that.
Oh, you want to go ahead?
It's does Vesserin ask that question directly to me?
Yes,
Question: are we outside?
looking right into
No,
your eyes.
You are currently in the guest house.
Can I quickly do a perception check to see if there's anyone else around?
Yeah, you can.
I think it's just us.
Can never be too certain. Perception
I'll also
16.
join him on that one, actually. Just
16,
based on
and
the
I'm also
whole.
going to roll one of these as well. So 20.
You do not see anyone else around.
And that's a success?
What do you mean?
I need to know if it's a success or not for psionic energy.
Yes.
Okay.
So at that moment, I look to Killian.
I give him a thumbs up.
Cool. It's with that, I basically just casually tap my face, and you recognize a familiar face.
I just made this like very high pitched gasp of like ecstatic joy as I
Makes
just,
a
like
lot more sense.
recognize our tall friend. And I run up to him and I hug him around the leg in happiness. I'm like, JJ, you didn't die! And just kind of like squash it.
All right,
Oh,
you're still alive.
Yeah!
I was actually about to ask him afterwards, after our visit to the Chevaliers. But good to see you're still around.
Just with a whole new look, as I transform back, essentially.
Well, it's much
Sure,
better than the
this
look
look-
that you took on at the mansion.
I think this look is a lot better for you.
Be.
I see everyone prefers the silver foxes in this group.
Take a silver fox over a gaping maw.
About that. We'll talk later.
You seem to be quite perceptive as I look at Vesperin. And I throw him over JJ's identification card.
Well,
So,
grab it.
okay. Now that we're chatting,
I would
Yeah,
like you to
look.
read it.
the fuck happened?
Where you see you see in big letters across the ID, deceased.
Roger that.
Cool.
I-
Now that we're sharing, yeah,
I
fuck.
also look to I
Fuck.
also look to Nia,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, that is not your friend JJ.
You
I
can,
just kind of
you
like
lads
let
can call
go.
me Eshi.
I just kind of like let go of the egg. I was like gonna be like, well, it'll take a little getting used to calling you that and looking at you like that, but still, I'm happy you're back. It's kind of like this might as well happen at this point.
I just like to take the JJ's ID card back.
Hand it over.
And I
so
look
what
over at-
did I mean, while we're here, so what did happen? I mean, I assume, well,
Essentially, this Killian fellow over here tortured me for a couple of days until I agreed to work for him.
Please, that wasn't torture.
Forgive me. Held me against my will.
I paid for your hotel room.
This is true. But yeah, it seems for right now, we have a new handler. One such gracious fellow who intends to keep our party together. Was that right?
Time will tell.
I appreciate
Anyways.
what you have done thus far, Periander.
Ah, you must be Galthuk.
I
I'm still side-eyeing him.
I must say, your reports, I figured you to be quite different. A holy man. But I
What-
can see that your body is your temple.
well,
I get it.
I have definitely been training for the past 3 years and have much knowledge of the troubles that this world is coming to right now.
Wait. If you're really Gelthuk, what is your religion?
I have,
Whatever it is, it's not this anymore, and I hold up his
Yeah.
symbol.
Yeah. I just kind of like look over at. I'm sorry, I forgot your new name. It's gonna take a moment to get used to it.
SG.
At SG, yes. I look over him and I just kind of explain.
Galthuk vanished for 3 years in the Feywild, and now he has an identity crisis.
You've been to the Feywild.
I kind of look. I look down at Nia and I kind of I chuckle just slightly. I go, yes, I have. I.
Might have said a mistake.
What's that?
I might have said something out loud I was not supposed to. I'm sorry.
So I kind of look up and I say, I have met my master there, and I kind of look at Escher and I go, I have relinquished all responsibility for the loss of my friend, and therefore I no longer walk his path. I walk my own path. Lo! As I kind
He
of
does
shake
that
my
say
head.
that?
now, apparently. Yeah, he is saying that.
Hmm.
Did you encounter a satyr?
Yes.
An old fellow?
We encountered him first in the Feywild when we were coming back from Eldenwind. It seems
have
that
to-
he
have-
it seems
Sorry.
he has taken an interest in Galthuk.
You'll have to inform me about this later.
I can explain to you a few things that he has shown me over the years. But yes, I have traveled. I have traveled to the Fae. It was the only way that we can turn off the portal that was happening beneath the mansion.
You were able to turn it off.
Yes, I jumped through the portal and saw what is my master now, as he was helping close the portal.
Can I insight to see whether or not his master is the old goat fellow?
You can.
I have no clue.
You have no fucking idea.
So I just ask instead.
What the fuck is a goat?
I ask, what compelled you to jump through?
I heard a voice. It called to me and said, "Come." So I went. For all intents and purposes, I felt so relieved and calmed in that moment that I had an absolute understanding of where I needed to be at that time. And therefore, I regrettably lost a friend in the process, as I was not in time to be able to help him as well as close the portal. However, I believe that much more lives would have been taken if I did not.
He's
Truly
not wrong.
sad loss. However, in the interest of saving lives, would you be able to close more of them?
As for closing them, no, not personally. I would be able to help identify the relics and find the relics that are necessary for closing these for good.
Relics for closing.
I
I do need to pick your brain later. But right now we have a burial to attend, and I don't want to be late to a dear friend's funeral.
Indeed.
It's true.
We should. Well, I guess not. I guess not everyone is in attire for burial service. Not. I don't think any of us are really, except for
Speak for yourself.
except
Eshy and I are dapper.
for
Exactly.
Itchy and how when is the burial service? I don't think we should show up in like these casual attire. If unless it's time sensitive, then I guess we don't really have much of a choice. But I would like to wear something a bit more formal.
Appropriate.
Yeah, there we go. That word.
Yes.
Is Nia in her normal clothing, or is she still in the tutu?
I mean, a couple days had passed, so I
She likes a
assumed that-
tutu.
No, I mean, a few days had passed, so I assumed that I just like changed out of the party outfit into the regular like parka thing.
Forte was not that much of a stickler for these kinds of customs. I'm sure he wouldn't mind whatever you're wearing.
I had no intention of getting anything more.
I'm not busting out the party outfit for a funeral because that's a bit much. I guess I'll just wear this then. And I point at the parka that I am wearing.
Well, if you don't think he'll mind, then well, actually, he probably doesn't mind considering his personality. Still, it probably wouldn't. It probably would be best to ease the parents' minds at the very least, if just don't want any like trouble, you know. But again, if there's no time, then well, let's just go.
I guess we head out then.
Okay.
I look to veterans lead the way.
He leads them to the main house.
You can see already a number of individuals, all in fanciful gear, lined up outside. A number of carriages, all there.
Is there anyone that greets us?
As you approach, you are greeted by a few maids who just solemnly nod and go and motion for you to head towards the back.
Western once again leads the way and starts heading towards the back.
The rest of you follow.
Yeah.
Aye. Galthic follows in his shirtless attire, well dressed, well braided in the back, beard well braided.
I follow behind,
I-
holding the bottle, walking next to Eshy.
Yep, exactly. I casually pull out a flute, just to hold in my hand.
As you guys arrive, you see the casket Forte atop it, or inside of it. and the entire thing placed upon a wooden pyre.
Do I see Forte's mother?
You do, surrounded by a few others.
I'd
Do
like
we
to.
recognize any of them?
I do.
He does. A number of nobles, along with what appears to be a couple of younger children.
How does it? Is his mother like sobbing or?
She's standing there, seemingly expressionless, but you can see whatever mascara she had has streaked down her face.
I would like to approach her. Is there like a butler or a maid next to her?
There is a somewhat elderly looking butler that you, having seen them all before, recognize as the head butler Steiner.
I nod to Steiner and I give him the bottle.
He nods, taking it.
And Madame Chevalier, my condolences. I'm truly sorry for your loss.
She looks over at you for a second, and then her eyes flash for a moment with anger before returning to the calm. Let's out a deep breath. Ariander, do you
Madame Chevalier.
know what led exactly to my son's passing?
I'm afraid I do, madam.
And you thought it appropriate to show yourself here, even knowing that?
I have matters most important to speak with you and your husband.
As you well know, my husband could not make it for this. He's dealing with your Empress's rebellions to the east.
Truly a shame. I will give you my word, though. This predicament that we currently have, I will make sure that I will do my best to make sure they don't take another life. As I clench my fist.
You know, the Chileans are known for many things. Honesty, least so of them.
And yet my words ring true. For this threat is not just a threat to the people, but to the empire as a whole. And today we've suffered a great loss as a result of it. I am truly sorry.
Thank you, Ariander. Do keep those words. You're not the only one able to gain information. And if I find out that there's any more connection that you have not informed me of. She hears behind her Galthuk going,
Hello.
And Vern, our best friend, just kind of looking at him like, huh?
We shall talk later, madam. These were Forte's traveling friends. I believe that I believe it might be of use to you to talk to them. Maybe you can see like Perrin kind of stumbling for words as he doesn't really know what to say. I truly am sorry. As I walk away.
you do hear her saying somewhat under her breath, but loud enough for you to hear. A Chilean being caught without words. What a rarity. As she turns to the 3 younger children and kind of motions them away.
They
What are the
will
rest?
approach the casket.
It is opened. In it, you see Forte's body, arms folded across. This being the first time you've ever seen his chest actually covered, as he's been placed in some fairly fanciful clothing. No armor, but still that same stubbornness that you knew him to have, even in death. There are no signs of any of the wounds.
Vasserin is going to slowly approach Forte's mother, looking over at the casket and say, "It's a far different look than I knew him, but suits him the same."
Boy never did like wearing shirts.
No, he did not.
Much like his father, he was.
He's going to look over at her and say, "I'd like to give a personal apology. I feel like my own ineptitude is partial to us being here today."
I read what my son wrote about all of you. It was not your fault. He was stubborn and willing to sacrifice even when he may not have needed to. He was a brave, foolish young man.
With a noble heart.
More noble than most of the people here. And certainly more noble than that piece of scum whose land he died upon. If the man wasn't already dead, I'd rent his head from his shoulders myself.
Well, that's a sight I'd pay to see.
I thank you for being here and for being friends with my son.
It was
Sadly,
my honor.
his previous friends could not come, a majority of them being deployed elsewhere and one apparently missing.
It is truly a shame.
Do let her know what happened when you see her.
He gives a nod.
And between you and me, watch out for Periander. Loyal to the Empress though he may be, he cannot always be trusted due to that loyalty. After all, they are the whims of a 10-year-old child.
He gives a smirk. Oh, trust me. He was on my radar the moment I saw him.
And if you do need help, though my husband may not be as willing, if I'm around, I will at least attempt to provide it.
He gives a bow. I thank you for that. And I had a request if you would hear it.
Do tell.
I would like to cast an enchantment on the ground that Forte is buried in. It will enrich the earth up to a mile around. I think it is fitting that the earth reclaim such a heroic soul.
Our son is not to be buried. She kind of motions to the large block of wood underneath the coffin. He is to be burned as his ancestors were, and spread
I
across the
see.
ground.
He gives a large smile. Might I be the one that starts said fire?
You may, and if you would like, you may too cast the spell.
Thank you.
She wipes a tear from her eye that you didn't even really see forming, her face still staying stoic.
He gives a slight smile. I admire your constitution.
It's all I can do, being the wife of a war general.
He's going to give one more bow and say, well, I've taken up too much of your time already. I'll leave you to your other affairs.
She nods. As you do begin to hear people starting to shush, and what looks to be a cleric walks forward, not one you've ever seen before. He begins to speak of the great deeds of Forte before any of you even met him, of battles won pushing into the occupied lands, of how his team defended multiple towns from goblin and other monster scourges, of his dedication to the Empire and his love for all its people. And as the speech goes on, I'd like you all to make perception checks.
Roger that.
Mine's a 19.
Periander, Nia,
Oh.
and Leva, you all notice that though many of the guests here are sitting respectfully,
Mine's 21.
some. Oh, and also, also Galfuck. Some individuals appear to be whispering or have smirks on their faces. It seems not everyone here was as much of a fan of Forte as they could have been.
I create a psychic link between the party and tell them to be on edge to watch these characters.
Understood.
I also say do not be alarmed. Watch these funeral crashers. I suspect ill intent.
The priest, the cleric, finishes his speech. He says, "And now, I've been informed a member of Forte's final squad and friend has been volunteered to light the pyre," as he motions to you.
Telepathically, I
That's fine.
tell everyone to watch the actions of the ones you've pointed out.
I look at I look behind as everyone else is looking at Vesser and go up. I look back at the people that were snickering and being rude, essentially.
Vesrin pays them no mind and walks over to the fire.
So, is it an audible snicker?
I mean, I warned you about it, so you would know.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to
So-
outstretch his palm, looking
Before
at
that
the.
happens,
Okay.
I'm
go
just
for it.
going to very quickly tell the people snickering, shut the fuck up.
But more
They
dapperly.
immediately go silent.
Vesrin outstretches his palm and says, "May the flames take your soul to a better place." And cast Produce Flame, aimed at the pyre.
It is lit up, beginning to start burning slowly at first, before the sparks catch more and more, the wood bursting into flame. Somehow, the smoke, instead of the usual black, appearing white, it slowly begins to drift into the sky. There is silence as all watch the pyre burn. Forte no longer visible as the coffin has been closed, but flames lick at the box. Around an hour passes, and people begin to leave, as the pyre has collapsed in on itself and is still burning in a roaring flame.
Did I recognize any of the guests that were snickering, by the way?
You did one or two. There were essentially just a number of different nobles that were not the biggest fan of the Levier family.
But
Chevalier.
Were any of them on the list?
No.
Okay.
And all of them gone? Like, there's no more nobles to watch out for?
After a bit, yes.
I would like to walk up to the flame, say some few words in giant, and like just say a few words in giant. Just say "rest easy, brother" in giant, and go just pray, and that's it. And I'll go back.
Okay.
I read the last ones left.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Can I do a perception to see if there's like anyone that's like lingering behind?
There does not appear to be, aside from his family and the priests.
Mm.
And the elf with greater invisibility. Oh.
I mean, possibly.
Possibly, honestly. I don't know.
Don't worry about it, Galthuk.
So it's Steiner, Forte's mom, and and some of the wait stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is Western around?
He's sitting crisscross right in front of the fire.
I will first walk up to Vesrin and request aid.
What do you need, my friend?
I will divulge some information to the mourning mother and to the head butler. And I feel like I need someone to check my language. A
I
person of
see.
good character. A person of good character that is trusted.
I would be happy to accompany you.
We'll ask this of the entire party, but yeah, I'm gonna ask the entire party too. I'm like, come by, but more so, best for him to kind of like do the talking with me, in case anything needs to be explained.
Very well.
As I approach Forte's mom, Madame Chevalier,
Yes.
I believe you wanted an explanation.
I did, yes.
Is there perhaps a place we could go that's more quiet? I believe that Forte's old compatriots deserve to know as well.
She just wordlessly turns and heads towards the main manor.
I beckon everyone to follow.
Western's right at your heels.
I'm following as well.
Let's head on.
Same here.
Leva just takes one last look at the pyre before heading in.
So
Thanks.
ask if Steiner can come as well. The head butler, because I know he's particularly close.
He does, in fact, follow.
Are we somewhere private enough?
She leads you to what appears to be a study.
Okay. Allow me to begin. All the information I'm about to disseminate is at the behest of the Empress. I'm sure that does not need to be said, however, it pays to be clear. I also say I gotta look at my own lexicon real quick. I also say when and where doth the ice lily bloom?
How fit it with the fucking codes.
Does Steiner respond? I'll send you it, Alec.
He does. I just don't
Okay.
remember what the exact line is.
Okay, but
yes,
yeah. Very good. Now, these portals have been opening up all over the countryside. I suspect Conbrook might have been playing around with it. For the reason why there would be a portal underneath his house eludes me. I would like to check again to make sure there's like no one watching in and like the door is locked and everything.
make a perception check.
20. And fuck it, I'll roll one just for the fun of it. 24. Is it a success or fail?
The door is locked. It is a success. And it doesn't seem like there is anyone else around.
As you are well aware, Madame Chevalier, I worked closely with your husband, your son, and some other noble families in order to uncover the truth of what happened that fated day.
Yes, I am aware.
In the Conbrook estate, we found a large shipment that was addressed to our dear friend the Pope. A shipment of slaves, goblins. In fact. Now, I don't think that the Pope is the adultery type. However, I cannot shake the feeling that he is involved with these portals. I believe that Forte might have been onto something, as I did read his reports, and they were expertly done. Very subtle hints. For the interest of the Empire, I require to know what Forte was thinking. If there is any kind of information that he disclosed that might help with the investigation.
What are you asking me to do?
If Forte has informed you or Steiner or has written down any notes or anything about what his next course of actions were, I would like to fulfill them.
If that's your goal, then I agree.
I nod.
Same here.
I
He looks to Steiner. There was one letter that he intended me to deliver to his father, involving a visitor to the home a few days ago.
Was it the man in the cloak?
It was.
My head just like jerks up at the word cloak.
Might I read the missive?
I suppose if you must. She nods to Steiner, who leaves for a moment before returning with the letter, handing it to him.
While Steiner's out of the room, I tell the mom that Forte and the Empress were very close. When the Empress heard of the news, she was in tears for hours. She really did love your son. I thought you might need. I thought it might do good for you to know that.
Make a either persuasion or deception check.
It's persuasion.
That child has far too many things on her plate.
That child knows loss.
Like I said, far too much on her plate.
As for the portals, I look at Galthuk. I believe you might be able to. You might have an idea how to close them.
I do. I've seen my master do it, and he told me what is necessary to have them.
I believe Madame Chevalier should be privy to this information.
As I see, as I look at her, and I kind of bow my head down just a little bit, and pull my hands together, crossing them, and greeting her, I say, "Yes, Madame Chevalier, I have seen the ritual that was done by my master, as well as the relics that are necessary in order to close these cursed gates."
What of these relics? Where might we find them? What leads do we have? I ask Galthuk.
The thing that what my master had used was called Dispel Magic. And the relics are an object in Drakford with the power to manipulate the portals that disappeared over 10 years ago. As well as a number of magical weapons with the power to sunder planes together or apart, cutting through reality as flesh.
These sound like dangerous relics. And how might they
Indeed.
be used to close the portals?
You just see me kind of shrug. No, I know that wasn't for you. I never got that information from the madman. Just that was necessary.
Madman.
Yes, my master.
The madman, the Mon, the scholar. As I just mutter that out. Is Steiner back with the letter, by the way?
He comes in right during this.
Can we like make it a note so everyone can see it?
That we can. And handout. Forte's final note in all players' journals. And let me just find. God damn it.
I have it in my copy and paste.
No, I know. I just need to change the colors. There we go. Can you all see it?
Mhm.
I do wish it was better formatted, but
Want me to do it? Or I guess I can't.
here, you can edit it. You can also read it aloud in Forte's voice.
Yeah.
Preferably. For the audience, too.
Okay, pal. Give me a sec. I just gotta get back into the voice.
How hard can it be? It's basically your
Hey, pal. I haven't practiced it in like a few weeks. Father, I'm writing to you on the 21st of the Bright Star Moon. I have chanced an encounter with a particular individual that Steiner has informed you about. I was careful to interrogate the noble boy, and it seems it is as we believed. The assassination of the Emperor's royal family is unlikely to have been committed by Dragford. They didn't have the motivation or the intel to commit an operation on that scale. He goes by Dexel, and is on a mission to locate Aspen, alias Affy. Oh my. I directed him to the southern town of Eldenwood in order to slow him down for you. The last location I know Affy was heading to was a port city to unite with his pirate crew. I suspect his destination is Tavernfall, though it might be elsewhere. The Pope has not been informed, as I wish to fully entrust this to your wisdom, and to handle the situation. With my letter, I'm leaving Affy's identification card. Please let me know what our next steps are. I wish to uncover the truth and protect the little emperor. Yes, I've heard of a rumor that the Pope might be conspiring with the supernatural, a character named the Dealmaker. I'm unaware of the validity of these rumors, but I wouldn't discredit them. For the glory of Obstagrad, Forte von Chevalier. Steiner, are you able to confirm something for me?
Yes, sir.
This noble boy, is he from Drakford?
That was the conclusion that we came to, sir.
Vestrin perks in with a, yes, I can attest, I met him myself.
Oh my, I must be getting sloppy. So we have a Drakford agent that Forte misdirected to Eldenwood. Why Eldenwood? That was the mission that that was your first assignment you were assigned, wasn't it?
Yes.
I
Did a
don't think
misdirection. What's up, man?
I said I don't think Level was there during this time.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the only people in the party that were there for that were JJ and best friend.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
not there.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Galfuck.
And
Yeah,
Galfuck. That's right, Galfuck.
Yeah. I mean, they technically picked up JJ there.
Right. Eldenwood. Was this a feint? It does seem like he was trying to plan a reunion, plan to unite with his father in Tavernfall, at least. Might that be our next course? Might not be the next course of action. This Affy person. Wasn't he part of your group?
Indeed.
Why would Drekfordian noble be chasing after Affy? Aspen. I look to the party if they have any insight on this.
I can't remember if we were given any details. Hmm.
Look at JJ and Galthic as well.
Afraid I'm
I
not
do-
particularly familiar.
I do know that according to the letter, that Dillmaker is one terrible foe, and that we should never stick around. We should always run the opposite direction if the Dillmaker ever comes to us. As for
No, go on.
As for Affy, just know that Dexel was looking for Affy. I believe we were supposed to just be wary of anybody that was looking for him. That's all I have.
So this Affy's hunted then.
Yes, Affy is being hunted.
I whispered. I lean over to best friend and whisper. Sorry, is Affy the one that jumped out the hospital window?
Yes.
Kind
the
of
one.
like creep a little closer and whisper really loudly, like, "Why does
That-
this Appy person sound so weird?"
Yes, he was fucking nuts.
Then it seems
Okay.
then it seems the next course of action is clear then. We have to find Affy.
Hmm.
If we find him,
Oh.
we might also find the Drekfordian noble. That could provide insight into the investigation as well.
What insight
Alright.
could this noble possibly provide?
No. The details of the details of Reen's whereabouts would be most ideal if he has them. If not, then an insight into what the Drekfordians are doing here.
Or at least why they want Affy.
Indeed. Madame Chevalier, this letter needs to reach your husband.
Indeed, it does.
As I get up and I say that the next actions I will consult with the Empress, but I believe the next course of action should be to locate this Affy character. And
Oleander, might I request a moment with you in private after this affair?
of course. I thank you for your time, Madame Chevalier. And once again, I am truly sorry for your loss.
Yes. I will retire to my chambers. She looks at the rest of you. As much as I do appreciate what you did for my son, I do hope you understand that I would request that you do not keep staying in our guest house for much longer.
That is understandable. Thank you for extending your patience for this long already.
Yes. And she turns and walks out.
Well, let us go.
I stay back and wait, and I stay back to talk with Vestron.
And
I'll
with
wait
me,
until
I
the other
also
story.
asked to talk a little.
Nia, might I ask that you step outside for a moment? And if you wish to talk with him, I ask that it's after.
Hey, and then I kind of point at Periana. I'm just like, you. We're talking next. And then I make my exit.
Well, a couple of questions, I suppose. To start, in loyalties, do they lie with the people of the Empire or solely with the Empress?
My loyalties are none of your business. However,
If I'm going to be working with you, I do think it is.
if you're going to be working with me, you're going to be working for me.
Either way.
My loyalties lie solely to the Empress, however. And the Empress does truly care about the people.
I see. And what are your opinions on arcane magic?
Um, Ice. Tell me, Western, what languages do you speak?
They speak Common, Druidic, as well as Elven and Primordial.
I snap my fingers and respond to you in Druidic. A tool is a tool. I don't see any
see.
difference in it between the arcane, between the arcane, the divine, or the primal. A tool is to be used.
Well then, bit of information that I was withholding because, in all honesty, I do not trust you. Not in the slightest.
I did figure you for a wise one. I'm still talking in Druidic, by the way.
Yeah, I'm also responding in Druidic. There is a wizard down in Eldenwind. A individual that Forte referred to as the VIP. That would be why he sent him that direction, I feel.
I had my doubts that the wizard was dead.
He is a protector of that village, shielding them from the onslaughts of the portal that is lurking in the north.
I don't need justification. Forte was a good judge of character. He takes that from his father.
Either way, you're a man of knowledge, I can tell. Having that in your back pocket. It's good to know.
Though I have to disagree. I don't think that the Drakfordian was sent there to meet with the wizard.
Whatever the possibility may be. Still, information I felt like I
Tell
needed
me-
to share.
Well, tell me, what is the whereabouts of his masked friend?
Sent in the same direction.
Now that seems more like Forte's actions. I wonder if she was sent there to fight to intercept the Drakfordian, or was she sent there to meet with a VIP?
I do not know. But he gets up from where the wall he was leaning against. In any matter, I'm sure that it will make one hell of a story.
It is yet more factors to consider.
You're gonna head towards the door, and before opening, you go, "Oh, and just because I don't trust you now doesn't mean you can't build that repertoire. But from the way you speak, it doesn't seem to be a strong suit of yours."
Frankly, your trust is not a factor. All I need is your loyalty.
He gives a smirk. Well, I'll see what I can do. And then heads out.
I also I walk out and I see Nia, and I ask her, "How might I help you? How might I help you?"
You said you wanted to talk to me earlier about something. It's kind of like shuffle up, so I'm walking next to him.
Ah, yes, that. meet Meet me at my estate with Eshi, would you?
Okay, I guess.
As I walk away.
Where would she be?
I be here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Actually, come with me, and I just kind of like motion to follow me as I go after Periander.
Sounds like the last few days to me. Let's go.
Yay! And then I lead the way.
What about the rest of the party?
Just want to
I'm
talk
following
to-
Nia.
I am
Well, I don't know about Vesern, but I'm following Nia.
I'm following
Best
as
friend's
well.
heading. Yeah, he's following the rest of them.
So everyone just stalk me to my home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Do I know I'm being followed?
I'm
Can
making a noise.
I cast Pass Without Trace?
I hold on, wait. I would like to. I don't have invisibility, damn.
I'm just walking like normal. If he sees me, he sees me. We're supposed to talk either way.
So do I know I'm being followed?
Probably.
What is your passive perception?
18.
Is anyone trying to stealth?
I'm
No.
walking normally, but every time he looks back, I would like to like misty step away.
How many misty steps do you think you have?
3.
How crazy is he gonna look if he keeps looking behind him, though?
Exactly.
Gonna leave that there for whenever it pops up.
You do, in fact, know that you are being followed.
In that case, I'm going to decide to have a little fun.
Oh no.
As I start weaving in and out of the crowd. And I put on my cloak as I start weaving in and out of the crowd.
I just start like frantically like whimpering as I'm like jogging after him.
I'd like to do a stealth check in order to blend into the crowd. Am I allowed to?
You can.
What do I need to roll to try to beat that?
It's just passive perception. It's your
Okay.
perception plus 10.
Oh, 18, you good.
Hmm?
I said it's 18. I can still see you.
Oh, I can
For
still
a
see him too.
rogue, you are not that amazing at stealth.
I mean,
The other roll was pretty damn good, but
I know.
like I said, I'm just having some fun. Up until the point you see two of me going in opposite directions.
I cast detect magic.
I just yell, "Son of a bitch!" really
how many
loudly.
feet behind you are me? How many feet behind you? Or behind me are they?
An amount.
That's a good question.
I will
Leva.
say about like 15, 20-ish feet around.
All right, so you see that one of them is illusion magic.
I also cast minor illusion and make myself follow the illusion while I follow the real one.
You realize we're a group, right?
Yeah, I don't know what to.
You do
I
know
don't
I
know.
can. You do know I can see Eshi.
Yeah.
Kind of hard for him to, hide.
As I
But-
move,
Hmm.
as I move to a to an alleyway and seemingly disappear.
I just holler, "Fuck!" at the top of my lungs. And which party member am I closest to right now?
Can I cast fairy fire on this
Are
hallway?
you just standing in the alleyway screaming
Well,
fuck?
Well, I was following you, and then you decide to mess with us and vanish, and now I can't talk
detect
to you.
magic lasts for 10 minutes, so do I still see him? And if I
Yep.
still see him, I'm still following him.
I mean, rogues know how to get around. If Alec catches what I'm saying.
You're slutty?
Yes.
The question is, did you see me do what I did? Did he?
Nia doesn't have any magical skills, remember? She just got a big hammer and a dream.
No, I think he's talking about me.
I would say that Leva would have been able to, yeah.
To see where I went?
I have
Well,
detect
she-
It's not
magic, so-
magical. It's not magical what I did. I'll just DM whisper it to you.
Yeah,
That's
please
right.
do. You would need to make another stealth check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, all of you completely lose sight of him.
Okay, the moment I do, I laugh and I go, "We lost."
Which party member am I the closest to currently? Like physically.
Probably Leva.
I kick Leva in the leg.
Ow! Why? What?
You got us lost. I was supposed to talk to him about something important.
What did I do? Okay, we were just playing a little friendly game of tag. You won.
I thought we
At this
were
point, I'm
finding
long gone.
another place to stay the night. We just got kicked out of the other spot. Where are we going
Best friend
next?
looks over.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
I
believe we
was
got
playing.
kicked out.
Oh, sorry. Don't. I I was just playing a little game with Tim.
It's at this
earlier.
moment, Leshy just starts walking because I already know where he lives.
Fair point.
Come back, and I start running again.
Best friend's gonna look at the rest of them and go, "Oh, I should mention that Forte's mother did offer us assistance if we need it. I don't imagine that the use of the guest house would be too much to have."
As a
Okay.
preference, considering she asked you to leave eventually the guest house, it probably would be too much to ask to permanently stay there.
Yeah, permanently, but like I'm saying, if we can't find something for the night.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk to his place. Whoever wants to join me can tag along.
Where are you going?
I know where Periander lives.
Oh, you do. Okay. Well,
Nice.
I literally came with him to Forte's place.
I thought you came from the hotel,
Mhm.
though, and he may have picked you up from the hotel.
You're
With
in jail.
The
Okay.
hotel.
I'll explain the directions to you people. Come along.
The hotel
well,
was jail.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
might as well. So I just start following. Do, 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 do.
I'm assuming we don't have any particular issues getting to Periander's place.
No, not that hard.
How does the house look? Or the apartment or whatever?
It's a. You know what? Periander, if you would be so kind to describe your manor.
Wait, no. The real question is, considering Periander did all the nonsense just now, did he beat us to his place yet?
Oh, he
Yes.
would have, yes.
Yes, big time.
Okay.
While he did all that thing, he took the shortcut that he knew.
I thought it would have been brilliant if, like, the fact that he was bobbing and weaving out of the crowd and we walked straight to his house, if we made it there first.
You go, shit. How do I get home now?
I mean, you guys did make an attempt to follow him, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
I just kind of look over and see him, and I'm just like, oh, we didn't lose you. Never mind. It's kind of turned back to Leva. I'm like, sorry I kicked you earlier. Anyway, and then I just kind of jog over to him.
I will send a picture, I guess.
You're not going
Uh,
to use it your words?
Picture is
No,
1,000 words.
Please verbally
Okay.
describe it in 1,001 words or less.
Okay.
A picture.
It's a big house covered in snow, next to a
That-
library in the northeast section of the city, around where the college is.
That is, in fact, 1,001 words or less.
Do you want me to describe it, Ed? If you can send me the picture?
I need to find a picture.
I can use a narrating voice.
Let's see. Just looking for something. Let's just say we make it to the house for the interest of time.
Yep.
I'm outside just well, not outside, I'm like waiting for them on my lawn. Do I see them coming?
I would say yes.
We don't want to stealth approach the house. Anyone?
I don't think it's stealthy anymore. I just think we're there.
I do
You arrive at the
appreciate-
house for
Yeah.
expediency's sake.
That was quite a fun game.
Mm.
That was.
I cross my arms sternly and just say, what'd you want to talk to me about again? And it's
Not
like
out here.
angry little voice.
Not out here. Come inside.
Okay, fine, whatever. And I just go inside.
Inside is like a dark interior with like red carpeting, like dark brown, like just like dark brown and red, and just like very like kind of low
Goth.
key. Yeah, very goth.
The edge is, in fact, calling tonight.
Okay. Well, when I told you to visit, I didn't intend for you to bring everyone, but this is not exactly the highest classification of information anyway.
Hey, can we sleep here, by the way? We're kind of homeless now.
I beg your pardon.
Well, we can't stay at Forte's house anymore. And you have a house. So can we stay in your house?
Neva's trying to speak, but Nia's just going on, so it's like ah.
I mean, he has a house right here. He might as well use it.
Just so you know, not everyone. Okay, I have my own abode. Down there. You already know that.
Quite. I'm afraid I cannot extend to you that hospitality. As I catch my composure. There's various inns around. Eshi should be familiar with them. He was I paid for his room at one of them, and I know he was fraternizing with the college students around.
Oh.
It was supposed to be a secret.
So is that what you've been doing while all this time?
Yes, as you can see, the torture was quite brutal.
Hmm. I was about to ask you what methods you used. I was about to do it again to him, but unfortunate.
Alright, people, the closest inn that's like 2 blocks away. Go.
Anyways, Nia, Eshi, would you mind following me? Alone?
And I follow.
I guess we're leaving them to their own devices.
And and
Oh.
I go out the door. I go I just want to see my new um I just want to see my new compatriots abilities, at least what he can do. So just sorry for testing, but good day. And I leave.
What about? Okay. I look at. Yeah. So some information from you about your special request.
I got like super excited.
And he's like, yes?
Tell me, do any of these towns have any meaning to you? The town of Malton, the town of Minville, the town of Gassup, the village of Armshirk, the town of Crackdon, the port of Bury, or the port of Bearden.
Would any of them be familiar to me?
You went through one or two of them on your travels to Obstagrad, as they are in the occupied territories on the east coast, probably nearest the island.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of them sound familiar. I passed through them and I got work there on my way here.
Which ones?
Uh, a couple of the places. Yeah.
And you're not familiar with their names.
Well, they're the ones that you listed. It's some of those.
Ah, okay then.
Do you think she
Well-
might be over there?
No, very unlikely.
Mm.
However, if
Oh.
there's anyone who might have seen her, it would be through one of the trade ports.
Ooh, maybe. Wow. You really are smart.
Do try to remember which ones are to be active trade ports.
Mm. The last couple you mentioned are trade ports, right, Alec?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably the last couple that you mentioned are the trade ports.
Bury and Bearden.
Mhm.
Well, I recommend that you recall them in case our travels take us near there. As for you, JJ. Oh, and you're free to go now, Nia.
Okay, and then I scamper off.
As for you, JJ.
Fleshy.
Leshy. Sorry, gotta get used to that too. As for you, Leshy. Eshi.
There you go.
The whereabouts of the circus are entirely undocumented. I've looked through any possible trail they might have went to. The cities do not allow them in, and either they would set up a show on the road, or they'd visit a nobleman's home, or they would be on a nobleman's estate. Either way, it is not documented.
You're telling me information I already knew.
I also know that they tend to wander around between Obstagrad, the Alliance, and the occupied territories. They are a criminal group, though I'm sure you're aware.
And any leads on where they're currently heading?
I've reached out to my network. To my network of informants. I don't have any leads for you now, but in time, it shall come.
And what of the headmaster?
And like I said, in time it shall come. The underground knows. The underground will know. The underground will know their general location. Perhaps a rumor.
Can you collect a list of names of some of the nobles whom have housed the circus?
It was not documented. That was mere speculation. I went through Conbrook's records, and unfortunately, he did not have anything to do with the circus. I looked for any kind of prey that he might have been hunting, and it seemed that he only hunted the smaller races.
Any nobles stick out in your mind when I ask that question?
Are there any nobles that stick out?
There are not.
None at the moment. However, with enough investigations, it should be possible to track them. Especially in the Alliance, they don't look so favorably to those kinds of attractions. And if they wander to the occupied territories, then there will be a military report. Perhaps Forte's father might know something.
Can you seek an audience with him?
I believe Forte has arranged for us to have an audience in Tavernfall.
And as long as my questions are asked, let's continue forward.
I nod. Oh, and how's your appetite?
Hey DM, how's my appetite?
Oh, you feel like you're starving.
I feel like I ate a small horse at the moment.
Okay, well, just don't take a bite out of your friends.
You don't have to tell me that one.
Bite your friends.
Strangely specific thought in the back of my brain just occurred.
Well, whatever it might be, try to suppress it.
Not suppress me.
Oh, and if you see your allies, tell them to go to the throne room tomorrow at 11 in the morning.
And where would that be exactly?
The throne room for the Empress.
I know the way. I'll lead the group.
I have not had an audience with her.
Ah, yes, that's right. JJ.
I know where to find her.
JJ, it might be
Neither of
best.
you are here.
Actually, it might be best that you sit out the audience.
And why is that exactly?
There are some people who know of the mask, and then there's others who can see through it.
These are the people I think I want to talk to.
No, you do not.
My silence is yours. Not a problem.
Don't worry, the Empress has instructed me to inform you of the meeting. But it is my personal request that you do not show. The risks are just too great.
My silence is guaranteed. I'll find a cafe or something in the meantime.
Very good.
Is that all then?
That's all. I don't know why myself will attend the meeting. I might send an associate, so keep an eye out.
If that's the case, then I think the time would be more suited discussing some things with you.
Don't worry, the time will come. I will let you know once I learn something.
And with that, I'm off to figure out where my compatriots have disappeared to.
Are they just? I thought they were waiting in the other room. Are they?
They would be, yeah.
I guess I walk out and tell them to attend to go to the Emperor's throne tomorrow at 11.
That is my guy.
Your friends will instruct you. Will direct you.
Does anyone have sending? Because Leva isn't here. Leva had left.
I will pay Leva a visit personally. I would have Leva's records right.
She was satisfied with the game of tag she was playing
Left.
and left.
I would have Leva's records right. However,
mean,
do
if
I have
you-
to look for them?
I mean, if you know my secret, you probably know my records.
You would have the records.
Okay. I tell the rest of them I need to pay Leva a visit. You two try to rest up in one of the inns. Enjoy the nightlife. As I walk everyone out and lock my manor. What are we doing first?
That is entirely up to you all.
I guess I'll visit Leva first.
Okay.
I knock on her apartment.
I go, who is this?
It's one of your friends.
Periander. I open the door and I go, what brings you here?
The Empress would like to seeks an audience with you and your group tomorrow at 11.
Oh my. I see. Thank you for the message. You really didn't have to go all the way out here I probably would have met up with someone and they would have told me, but I appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
Mhm.
I also hope that I didn't offend you with all that we did earlier today. It was I just took it as a little game of tag. Just
You weren't the only one doing a test.
fair
Your
enough.
your 5-foot little version of you was quite amusing.
Yeah, she is very amusing. I've only known her as much as I did Forte, but very amusing. Yes.
Being a Goliath of that size. Well, have a good evening.
Same to you. Door
I have
slammed shut.
several questions.
And that's it for me. How about the rest?
Is anyone else doing anything?
Do we all have to evil cackle?
You what? No, what? What does that even mean?
I
Do you
don't
all need to
know.
evil cackle?
I don't
Means
know. They both
yes.
started randomly like evilly laughing together.
I believe we should rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
Indeed. Did we get a hotel room?
No, we did not all get a singular hotel room.
I don't know. I think
They're
you
just
did.
crashing in JJ's and Eshi's room.
Yep.
I would appreciate that since I have gotten rid of all my worldly currencies.
You know what? Okay, I will crash with Galthwick as I have like a million questions for him. That's mostly why he's shirtless and buff. But you guys get your own places.
Oh shit. I want to hear this too.
If you transform into a cat, you can sleep on the floor.
That's
Can you
only for an
transform
hour.
into the cat?
No.
Why?
Look at that, Mia. Because you are frightening.
How am I frightening? I
My
just
poor
want to
little
pet the kitty.
my poor little cat buns can't take it.
Did you just
So
say
I
your
don't-
poor little cat buns?
I think he
Bones.
meant bones.
I said
Oh.
bones.
I heard buns. I was just like, what the fuck?
Will there be a sleeping cat on the floor?
I have look at JJ. That only lasts for an hour. I will wake up full size.
Will you though?
You can still sleep on the floor. That's fine.
Well, I don't care where I sleep particularly. That is what I'm here then.
I'm just low-key expecting like someone to knock on my door and be like, "I'm homeless, help."
For all I care, I could go sleep in a tree.
Can I do that?
Honestly, it does kind of sound nice.
The trees around here are mostly evergreens and likely not the most comfortable places to sleep in.
I believe in Vesprin.
All that wildlife still gotta pay off or something. Sleeping in a tree, come on.
It's good
That's
enough for
rock bottom
pigeon,
right
it's good
there.
enough for Vesprin. So y'all need to figure out your sleeping arrangements.
Who's knocking
I
at
thought-
my door?
Well, Vesprin's
Yeah,
in a
go
tree
back
with some pigeons.
Go back to Andrew's place with a pillow. Knock.
Are you guys knocking at my door?
That'd be funny though.
I go for it. See what happens.
I mean, you certainly can try.
You too will have an evil cackle.
Just buy
Was
my
it-
own room. If JJ's being that much of a bitch about it. Let's go through Festern's mind.
I park up against the wall at JJ's hotel room and kind of lean back, eyes closed, hands in my lap.
So, buddy, be doing some talking about what's going on with all that. As I just point to him.
Well, I know you weren't quite yourself when I passed you in the hall. As I passed you through the hall, I went in through the portal and came out on the other side, and there I was, face to face with the madman. Such a calm feeling around him, even though he had such a chaotic way about him the first time we met him. him telling me he knew what to do and to follow, I followed. I knew that it would close the portals. For some reason, I can't explain why, even to this day. But I entered the portal, knowing well that my mind and my readings had told me to stay far away from him. And to find out that, hello, that he was there to help guide me, and in guiding me, he would help you and the rest of the party. I did not know this. Not happen chance that we met him in the Feywilds that day.
So I have my entire inventory back, yes?
Yep.
So if that's the case, hey Galfuck, if you want, I still have some drops of that good old green poison from those bugs.
It would not hurt me or hinder me.
Okay, for a drink.
I would say for old time's sakes, I would be willing to have a drink with you.
Tell me there's a mini fridge somewhere in this room.
There was not a mini fridge in this room.
The mini fridge is just an ice elemental curled up in the corner.
Nice. The ice kitten.
Oh,
There was not.
well, guess we're going to the closest tavern to pick up 2 drinks.
Okay. You all do that.
I will also add, how many do I have left? 2 drops of green poison to his drink directly in front of him.
Okay. Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw with advantage. Again, you're immune to poison, so it doesn't matter.
That was yeah.
It tastes poisony.
Mm.
I don't know what else to say to you.
Still has quite the bitters to it, doesn't it?
Nothing else. There's a part of solace knowing you still drink.
I can indulge. It just didn't have anything to indulge for the last 3 years as I've been training.
Then let's see if we can't make the future times to make up for lost time.
As I hold my glass, I go to knock it against his, and then I say, "The forte."
The forte.
Is there anything else that anyone would like to do on this night?
Where are Vesper and Nia sleeping?
That is a very good question. Vesper and
Good,
Nia, where are you?
I said I wanted to get my own room.
Nia?
I want to share with someone.
Pretty sure somebody has a shoebox, right?
I'm
Probably.
too large for a shoebox.
So you say.
Are you though?
Yeah.
Depends on the size of the shoe.
Leva, can we see your shoe size real quick and what kind of a box you have?
I feel like that is highly inappropriate.
Nope.
You can't just ask a woman to show her their box.
For this campaign, no, it's highly encouraged. We have been many places, and then no places at all.
Sleep it there? If she is, then I'll ask her if she wants to share a room with me.
Leva is in her own room.
Damn it.
In her own apartment.
Oh, do I know where the apartment is?
Did you follow her home?
Yeah, did you follow
No,
her
I
home?
did not. Ugh.
Oh, I just have a very sad Nia knocking at my door.
I'm-
Yep.
Probably.
I'm lonely. I'm lonely and didn't want to sleep alone. Can I sleep in your guest room, please? I'll make you breakfast in the morning. At like 1:30 in the morning.
And before he just sends her to me.
Please.
Dude, if you don't take the appropriate measures and say OOC, okay, then you can. that's breakfast, man.
Send her to Leva.
Do I have a doghouse?
Would you have a dog?
Would you
Probably
have used
not.
to have a dog?
Maybe guard wolves, but um,
Send her to
it's just a-
Leva.
Do you have like a guest room or something they can sleep in? And it's like looking up at him.
I just look down at her. I'm like, do you not have enough for a room?
I do, but I get lonely. I'm very used to being alone, and I like being with people now, I found.
It is very tempting to send her to Leva. I don't feel like it'll be appreciated, though. It's a kind of a breach of confidence.
On the other hand, if someone sees this,
What, a small girl standing outside of his room?
choices dilemma.
Where are your friends?
They got their own hotel rooms, but they don't want to share with me.
They abandoned you.
Well, okay, well, when you word it like that,
Uh,
When you word it like that, yes.
Not exactly wrong.
is the issue that you don't want to be alone?
yeah. It's been a sad week.
Is there like a dorm house with like a bunch of like, or like a hostel with like a bunch of people sleeping in the same room?
Yeah, there's a hospital.
There are slums.
No, but there's no like hostel.
There's crack houses.
There are crack houses.
Is there like a dormitory?
More just houses, but yes.
Is there like a dormitory?
Not really.
Poses
the
a
current-
university student breaking.
The current sets of nobles aren't so keen on the whole helping the poor thing.
No, but is there like a commoner school or something?
Not anywhere so nearby.
Can I just stay in like your guest room or whatever? I don't snore that loudly.
Implying she does snore.
Is this a money issue? Do you not have? Are you not able to afford a room?
No, I'm just lonely, my guy.
Can I insight?
You can.
11.
Oddly enough, despite considering it being your specialty, you can't really tell. She's probably just lonely, but maybe? Maybe she's secretly trying to kill you in your sleep.
I'm clearly not.
Are you not
You're
also
not.
carrying around a big hammer?
I always carry the hammer.
You're not really
Oh.
used to people wanting to be around you.
You're very odd.
Yes.
I'm like so tempted to just close the door.
Just be like, follow this address. Go here. And slam the door.
What is your relation with Leva?
I knew her for like 2 weeks or something.
2 years. Okay, good.
No, I said
Here's her.
weeks. I said weeks. I said weeks.
Okay,
Make
well,
a
you're
make a perception check.
Do I have to?
No. I'm saying Periander, make a perception check.
Okay.
It is 1:30 in the morning. 13.
She definitely said years.
I said weeks. Damn it.
Well,
Now you may not speak halfling, but you're pretty sure she said years.
I said weeks. Week.
Definitely year.
I tell her where Leva lives.
You should.
I just kind of like throw up my hands in defeat and just like stop over to Leva's house, apartment place.
Odd interaction. I chuckle as I go to sleep, back to sleep. Rudely
Yes.
interrupted.
And once
How
I
long
get
would it take for her to get to my place? Because they're not necessarily close.
Take a little bit.
It's also like really late in the night. Would someone try to like mug her or anything?
She has
I
her
would not-
hammer.
Roll me a
have big ass
d20.
hammer.
Danielle.
Danielle, roll me a d20.
Okay, hang on. 1d20.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
She rolls one and the dragon
No,
appears.
nobody tries to rob her during the
Alright.
night.
So when I get to Leva's place, then I knock on the door. I'm just like,
Can I sleep on your couch? I'll make you breakfast in the morning.
Huh? What? Hello? What?
okay, thank
Who's
you.
this?
And I just walk in and go to lie down on her couch to sleep.
You break the door lock on my door?
No, you open the door.
I didn't even
You
open
opened
anything.
it.
I woke up.
She did not open the door. She just overheard you yelling from outside. Then
Just
here's
yelled out.
as the door is just the door's lock is just pushed in on itself.
Okay, good night.
Just
And with that, I think everyone now has a place to sleep. I think this is a good place to end the session, unless you guys want to continue.
I'm gonna examine the door. Is it like, can it close or is it like just fucking?
It's fucked. The lock has just been pushed
Thank
in on
God.
itself.
Well, I know the lock is fucked, but like, can the door just like still close and stay closed, or is it also just like, no?
The entire mechanism of keeping it closed was essentially shattered.
Okay. Level just looks at this and goes, "What the fuck do I do?"
What was this session? Oh God.
I'll figure that out next week.
Yep. I hope you guys had fun.
Yay. Thank you. God, the whole thing was just one chaotic moment after another. And most of them were caused by me.
2 years. Oh, here's her address. Slams the door.
Perfect.
you say?
Only for 2 days, 2 years, okay.
I have a -1 intelligence, and my god, am I gonna use it?
What is gaslighting for 500?
You know exactly what gaslighting is. Don't you fucking lie. It's literally half your character's job.
I know.
No, it's like I'll take gaslighting for 800. Well, sorry, examples of gaslighting for 800, and it just shows this entire script.
It's beautiful.
Oh
I
my
see nothing
God.
wrong with this.
Oh my god. My character never feels quite as dumb as she is when she's around Periander.
I mean, to be fair, Periander's whole job is to be fucking smart as shit.
And I mean, Nia's whole job is to be slightly derpy and naive, but smack things hard.
It makes sense.
Usually
Yes.
people run from Periander. They don't usually knock on his door to sleep with him.
Yes. True friendship is an evil super genius and a female himbo.
I'm not evil. I just don't want any strangers in my house.
If only that was something that you could give with the rest of your party.
Oh my God.
Though I guess technically speaking, she wasn't a stranger. She's known her for 2 years.
Oh.
Leva's gonna build this to Periander.
It's fine. Next session I'll make you breakfast.
Yes, that is the solution to all things.
Yes, that solves everything. That solves the problem I am having right
Well, I
now.
mean, like, any other problems you can technically just, like, bill to the government for a new door and stuff.
That is
What about
not
my
how this
stuff
works.
while the door is broken?
Yeah, I don't know how that
Granted, I
happened.
don't
Do you want
have
some
much. Granted, I don't have much, but like, it's still my stuff.
You don't need stuff.
All right. Well,
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out at Kulprids Gaming. Appreciate you stopping in, showing the love. If you can go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe button, be greatly appreciated. We got merch, we got friends, we got community. Definitely come over to Twitch. Check me out live Monday through Fridays. I'm usually out there Mondays, Wednesdays, and then Fridays. And then Saturdays I'm usually on as well. So definitely come on out, hang out, and hope to see you out there. You take care.